Hi, we're going to talk about what's happening in the market for May, beginning in the middle of June, and amazing where we're at of how busy the market is overall with interest rates being around 7%. It's Lee Tessier from eXp. I wanted to talk about what May stats look like. So we're looking at Harford County, again, inventory down, homes sold are down, so 30% and less sales. And time on the market increase a little over 20%. Still not the end of the world when we're 11 days, considering when we look back in time of 2008, 9, 10, when we were 6 months plus in inventory. So look at this average sales price. This is the first time I had to go back and actually look at the stats because it doesn't feel that way. It's saying that sales prices of what's sold is down about 3.5%. Average list to sell ratio. So here's part of the story. That's down 2.2%. Last year was super crazy in May, so that's our typical spring market. So we were 104.2, so that was down 2.2%. We're seeing down 3.5 overall, so overall pricing. If we look at, we're setting new records still for prices in neighborhoods. So, but this is the overall of what's selling. The median is $366 sales price. So new listing inventory, again, we're seeing that same type thing. Right around 30% is what inventory is down over last year's active inventory. So, and then pending sales, we're gonna see down 22%. We're seeing deals fall apart too. So people may go under contract, they have an inspection, they get cold feet. Sometimes they're looking for an out period. So we're seeing that in the industry. A lot of time you may have 3, 4 offers and the first one does fall out. So if you are the second offer, just be prepared because it may come back to you that first buyer got cold feet. Because it's that, if you ever bought anything on eBay or bought an auction price, all of a sudden you get like, oh, great news, you got it. And you're like, oh my God, now you're stressed out. So did I pay too much? All those things. Today is a needs-based market. If you don't need a home, it's not a lot of reasons to move. I mean, when you're seeing prices at really high prices and interest rates at 7%, right around that range, it makes it tough on the payment. Baltimore County, sales are down 14.5%. So 30% here in Harford County. Days on market, again, it's increased 63% up to 18 days, but again, it's only a little over 2 weeks to sell a property. Average price, so the median is $343, and that is up 2.5% in Baltimore County. We were seeing the reverse last month. We were seeing Harford County in April had higher prices, more appreciation this month for May, we're actually seeing a little bit less. List to sell ratios, again, that was down 1.6. We were seeing down 2.2%. So they're not going 4% over, but certain properties, we're still getting over 10% over list price. We had a property in my neighborhood, had on the market for $750. We had offers $75,000 over list price, so more than 10%. No, it's closer to 11, 12%. So just know certain, and that's, it wasn't priced under market, it was priced about at market, and because of just the supply and demand. We're seeing supply down. We have less than 2/3, we're a little less than 2/3, 66%, we're at 62%. So that's been the moral of the story all year long, and actually last year is less inventory because people are that golden handcuff. They got a 2.8, they got a 3% interest rate. Now they can't make sense to go from less than 3 to high 6s to 7%. They are stuck in having a better payment where they're at. So that's part of the story because people are like, oh, I'd love to sell and get this much money for my house, but I can't afford for it to make sense for me to move. So that's why I'm saying it's more of a needs-based market. If you're relocating, you're getting married, you're outgrowing the house and have kids, you're empty nesting and need to make more space, that's not always a need. Death and divorce is definitely more of a need. So depending on what your circumstances are, it's great selling because you're getting such high prices, but on the buying end, does it stink a little bit for sure. So again, prices, and then list to sell ratio down 1.6, new inventory, that's new listing inventory down by 1/3, and then new pending sales down 22, almost identical, so 22 and 22% down. Active inventory, we're only at 238 homes. We've been hovering between 200 and 240 homes for the last several months, about the last 6 months. Typically this time of the year we get more of a surplus because it's spring market, people are ready to hit the market. They've been thinking of, hey, I know seasonality, I'm gonna get the most money in May, June. But it's been it doesn't make sense for a lot of people to move. So again, needs-based market. Baltimore County 790, so we've been hovering again 700 to 800 homes at 66%, right at 2/3 of what normal inventory is, meaning we're down by 1/3. So if you're thinking of selling, you have some questions, get the information ahead of time, be prepared. We're happy to answer any questions you have, what makes sense, what doesn't. It all depends on you. Everybody, people ask all the time, is it a great time to sell? It's like, it all depends on what you have going on in your life. It doesn't matter. We're here to help you whenever you're ready. We can give you all the education and then help you decide what avenue you want to go in, but it all comes back to what works for you. No pressure. We're here whenever you need it. 410-638-9555. Have a great day.